Hello and welcome to the Hobby Corner. My name's Kev and today we're looking at issue 11 of the Imperium magazine. I'll see you after this. So here we go. It's finally been delivered. Issues 11 to 15. No, sorry. Issues 11 to 14. 15 is in the next one. I believe the next one's being delayed. There's lots of stock cancellations going around because some third-party businesses have oversold on the pre-orders, and there's not enough magazines to go around. So I don't think it's a miniature shortage. I think it's more a magazine printing shortage. Either way, there's a lot of annoyed people with Dark Sphere, but what do you expect? It was going to be a very popular one. It's 5 models that go for 30 quid, selling for 9 quid. And people are going to buy like at least 4 of those. So anyway, let's get on to issue 11. Now I want to say a massive thank you to Mr. David Young, you absolute fucking beautiful legend from down under. Big loves to you, mate, for sponsoring this issue. It is a really awesome one to be sponsoring as well. And if you want to be an absolute freaking legend, just like this man, then all you have to do is just hop over onto one of those donation links and just let me know that it's for the magazines and who it's from, and you could be an absolute fucking legend too and have your own video dedicated to you. So thank you so much, man. Big loves to you. Now let's get to it. The most important part of this issue, the medium dry brush. I'm joking. Yeah, it's a decent brush. It's all right for dry brushing. It's sturdy but soft. It's okay. It's not bad, especially for larger terrain pieces, which we get in this issue. So yeah, it'll do what it's got to do. It's nothing fancy. Ow! This is the thing that everyone's been going like crazy. You know, everyone's at least bought a couple of these, right? It's a very nice sprue there. Let me just get the camera to focus on that. Can you focus on me? That's just crap lighting. You know what to expect from me, crap lighting all the time. Essentially, it's really nice. I like the ammo cloak, I like the armor as well, the Phobos pattern armor, which is more of the sort of stealth armor type. It's really nice. It's a really nice pose as well, and I can't wait to get some paint on there and try out some camo painting as well. That'd be really cool. So, moving on, we got the issue. We have Librarian in Phobos armor. Learn about the Librarius and Psychic Power playthrough. Yes, let's do it. So there you go, you got your little bit there. And then we've got Librarian in Phobos armor. Stealthy Psychic Warrior. Do. Gonna sneak up behind you. Psychic blast up your bum and then you're dead. Those songs are for free. So, the Librarians are the Space Marines' psychic warriors. They use their potent warp talents to empower their brothers and destroy their opponents. Librarians who serve in the Vanguard formations wear Phobos armor and specialize in psychic disciplines of stealth and misdirection. Oh yeah. So he's got his psychic hood, which help him amplify his abilities. He's got his camo cloak, which help him hide away. And of course he's got to have his force sword, which is powered by his force, his warp force powers. He's got his Librarius badges, which show his office, and the campaign badge right there. And it says down here, by Macelus Festus, Epistolary Ultramarines. To serve as a librarian in the Vanguard, one must master the discipline of obscuration. To learn these powers requires decades of dedicated training. The results, however, speak for themselves. In my time serving with the Vanguard, I have drawn upon the Imperium to cloud the senses of the foe, guide the strikes of my battle brothers, conjure nightmares from the shadows, adjust the flow of time and pluck valuable secrets from the minds of the unwary. With my aid, the Vanguard may strike where the enemy least expects, sowing confusion and terror in the ranks of our enemies. Cool. So we got our little battle record thing going on, and we'll get to naming, give them titles. What the powers got to do as well if you use them. It's got quite a few actually: Smite, Shrouding, Soul Sight, Mind Raid, Hallucination, Tenebrous, Curse, and Temporal Corridor. We'll learn more about that later. But if you want to join in on the naming ceremony, then every Monday at 9 PM we do playthroughs of these issues, and then we get to name the units or the heroes through like a random selection from you guys making suggestions in the chat. So yeah, go check that out. Over here we have the Space Marine Librarius. So, each Space Marine chapter has its own Librarius, a group of warrior mystics and scholars. Space Marine Librarians have spent decades mastering their psychic talents to lend their chapter wisdom and fearsome power in battle. So we'll go into more detail about that, but basically it goes on about how they record the chapter's history, the deeds and stuff like that, and they also collect a lot of knowledge together. They help train potential psychers and stuff like that. They do a lot of that stuff, even to a point where if the navigator of a ship is injured or taken out of action, they'll step in for a period to do what they can to make sure the ship gets to where it needs to without getting lost in the warp. So they're pretty tough dudes. You got different ranks as well. So you got Chief Librarian, who's the strongest and most psychically powerful librarian in the chapter. You also have the Epistolary, ranking second only to Chief Librarian. They're amongst the most powerful and experienced librarians, and their primary role is as a communications officer. So they send telepathic messages across vast distances. That's cool. Then you got a Codicea, and it says Lexicaniums who excel in their duties may be promoted to Codicea. They're responsible for evaluating and approving reports written by Lexicaniums and finalizing their entry into the chapter's archives. Ooh. And then the Lexicanium are acolytes who completed their training, and they're the lowest rank of librarian as well. They're expected to fight alongside their brothers in combat. They also write detailed reports of battles and wars their chapter is involved. So they do all the legwork essentially. And then acolytes, they're potential librarians who are drawn from the Space Marine recruits and possess the strength of will and great psychic power. So they're sort of just when you get all the when you get all the Space Marine recruits together, those who show some kind of psychic potential get taken to the side. So you got psychic disciplines. The powers wielded by librarians are many and varied. These powers are divided into psychic disciplines, each of which may take decades to master. A librarian versed in several disciplines may also alter the flow of time, some raging infernos to annihilate enemies, peer into the future, or destroy the minds of opposing psychers. Woo! And then we got a nice little bit of story here: Witchfire and Warflame. But we'll move along because we can't read everything. You got the Eldritch Artifice, Necron War Gear. Ooh, so we've got some Necron stuff going on here. The armies of the Necron race are filled with technology that predates the very birth of the human race. They are as lethal as they are ancient. We know this. Got a nice little, again, a little bit of narrative here about finding some tech, and of course it is an Adeptus Mechanicus member who finds it, of course. They absolutely cream themselves over alien tech. So it goes on about all the different technology they got, like teleportation technology and like being able to take over the whole galaxy for a while. All that sort of excellent stuff. They're going to have to be powerful, aren't they? And then it actually shows some of the stuff, which is cool. So you've got the melee weapons. So you got your War Scythe, Staff of Light, Rod of Covenant, a Dispersion Shield, Hyperphase Blade, and a Void Blade down there, which I like because it counts as like a little parry shield. So Hyperphase weapons work by vibrating across dimensions, allowing the edge of the blade to slip through armor and flesh with ease. Several vital organs and muscles beneath. Nasty. Void weapons have blades that flicker in and out of existence. Like, you know, because the first one wasn't bad enough. When the blade strikes a foe, it causes the victim's molecular structure to break apart. Forget that. The war scythe is carried by nobles and the leech guard. The energized blades of these weapons allow them to pass through armor with minimal effort. The blades are almost indestructible. That's handy. And then the staff of light is capable of firing short-range blasts of energy, and it's a symbol of rank and authority. There you go. Awesome. We got some more story. There's a lot of little story bits and pieces here, so that's really cool for a bit of toilet reading. And then of course we've got a build section, pretty standard. It's showing you how to use the mold line remover as well, which you would have received already on your first free gift pack. And then yeah, that's what it's going to look like. If you are into sub-assemblies, I would say stop here before you paint the two halves so you can get under the cloak. But as a rule of thumb, if you can't see it when the miniature is put together, there's no point painting it. You know, I mean, save you your time and effort. So you know, you just keep it in the shadow essentially. Does more for the miniature then. So you go into painting it. Of course, they don't show you about primers because of health and safety and laws and stuff like that. So they go straight into painting it with Abaddon Black as your base, which, you know, it can work if you put enough layers on, and then at the end of your entire paint job, you varnish it. It'll hold the paint on, but expect to see some paint rub off. Then we move on to the playthrough, the Psychic Assault. A master of psychic powers, the librarian stalks the corridors of the Necron crypts in search of the Battle Brothers. As he attempts to navigate the obsidian depths, canoptek scarabs scurry forth from their hiding places, intent on devouring the librarian before he can bring his warp power to bear. Boom. So, we got a larger map. Of course, you would have had, if you got the delivery, you'd have all the well, you won't have all the terrain. You'll have one piece of terrain and some bits and pieces that you could pop on the table if you wish. You don't need to though. You'll be acting as if it's not there. And then of course you got the Royal Warden over here, the Scarabs over there, and the Librarian there. The War Scroll here as well. And this model can manifest the psychic power in your psychic phase. It knows Smite, shown at the right. So they only got one standard, free to use one, just to get you used to the idea of it. And we'll get more later on. And then of course you got these as well. This is the first time we get in this one as well. The Canoptek Scarab Spiders. Scarab Swarm. And then of course it goes straight through. So you start with the Librarian. It's how to win the game. Continue playing through turns until only one player has models remaining. So it's last man standing. That's pretty cool. So it's a decent issue. It's got nice little snippets in there as well. So you can enjoy a little bit of toilet reading. It's a fantastic miniature with lots of conversion possibilities. I've seen some already, so I can't wait to get people to show off theirs even more. And of course we have issue 12 with the last issue that will have 3 pots of paint, I think. And then of course you get your 5 Assault Intercessors in issue 13. So there you go. Let me know what you think in the comments below about that issue. Once again, a massive thank you to Mr. David Young for sponsoring this issue. You absolute fucking legend. And again, if you want to be an absolute legend and have an entire issue dedicated in your honor, then hit those links, make your donation. Otherwise, you want to subscribe, like, share, comment, all that beautiful stuff. There's affiliate links in the description below. We've got all my social media links, and we also got a brand new Discord server as well that's just gone live, so go check that out as well. I'll put a link of that in the comments below. So big love to you, stay safe, stay beautiful, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.